how y'all doing? All right, today y'all, it's time to show y'all how I do my smoked brisket. So first things first, we gotta head out to Manchester, Texas and grab us some brisket from Johnny G's Butchery. Let's do that. Get on back here and get going on this brisket. All right, everybody, so we just got back from Johnny G's Butchery. We grabbed us 6-pound brisket, which I just went with the point. Didn't get the flat on this one. So let's take a look at that. Nice point right there. And not going to be a whole lot of trimming to do on the bottom of this. Got to trim off some of this fat here. Other than that, we'll trim this down a little bit as well and have us a nice brisket to put in that smoker. So we're going to make our rub, and our rub is just going to be a salt and pepper rub, and we're going to use a yellow mustard as a binder. All right, this point doesn't need much trimming. So we're just going to trim this fat off here, clean this up a bit, and we'll go from there. And we will not waste this fat. I'll keep all this fat. I'll render this down to some tallow, and I use this for making my survival food, such as pemmican. Take out a little bit more of this fat. And you just can kind of cut a V down into this. It's where the two different muscles meet up. That's looking pretty good. And we're just going to do a little bit of trimming up top. Not too much because we want that fat. Plenty of fat to get it to render down through that meat, get it nice and tender. All right, let's get ready to put a rub on there. All right, for this rub, all I'm going to be using is salt and pepper. I'm going to be using sea salt and coarse black pepper. It's going to be a 75-25 ratio, 75% black pepper, 25% sea salt, and I'll be using basic old yellow mustard as the rub. All right, y'all, let's get to making this. So we've got our coarse black pepper and our sea salt. Just gonna put those together, get this good and mixed up, and grab a spoon or a fork and get that mixed up. And this is all we're gonna do for this rub, Texas style. Now I'm just gonna pour this mix into an old shaker to be used. Easy peasy. So I'm going to start off with the yellow mustard. I just use this to make a nice binder for the rub. Make sure you get it all in there real nice. Same thing with the back. All right, let's start rubbing this out. So now, just with our salt and pepper rub, This will create a nice, pretty bark on here. All right, it looks just about right. Now we're gonna wrap this back up and get the smoker ready. Now I'm gonna be smoking my brisket with applewood and alder. So I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup combined of these wood chips, put them in here, put a little water in there, let those soak before we put those in the smoker. Now I've got my wood powder and my wood chips. Wood chips are the alder. This is the apple. We'll put a little bit of water in there, let this soak, and this is all we'll need to get this smoker going, because I'll be using an electric smoker that does amazing. So let's get some water in that and get that soaking. I use a Cajun injector electric smoker. It's great for smaller briskets. It's all digital, can easily set the temperature and let it rock. So the first thing I need to do is get some wood chips in there. So this is the tray that comes out of there. And here's our soaking wood chips. We're gonna go ahead and get those in this tray and go ahead and get this tray set on that heating element. Set it right over that heating element. The beautiful thing about this smoker is there is no need to preheat. So let's get that brisket put in there. Now this brisket will go fat side up. You want all that fat going down through your meat as it's cooking. Now that we've got the brisket in, we're going to set the temp on this smoker and let it do the rest. We're going to set it for 5 hours at 240 degrees. And then come back, pull it out, and get ready to wrap it in some butcher paper and go for about another 7 or 8 hours. So we're going to go for 5 hours on this. Time again. 5 hours set. And there we go. All right, so we've got this smoker set at 245 for 5 hours. We will not open this again at all for any reason, under any circumstance, for the next 5 hours, because this creates a great seal, and we don't want to be letting any of that smoke out. So we can start getting that bark going on this brisket, and then we'll pull the brisket out. We'll wrap it up in butcher paper, fat side up, put it back in for about another 7 to 8 hours at the same temperature. Now, luckily, my house is only 2 short blocks from the restaurant, or it would have been a lot bigger deal to be able to go put meat on to smoke, because obviously the smoker is not at the restaurant. But I can come over here, get that brisket going, slide right on back, and not miss a customer. All right, so we're back at the kitchen now. We're gonna let that smoker run for the next 5 hours, and we'll slide over there, wrap it, and then let it go for another 7 to 8 hours while we come back here to work. Okay, y'all, it's been 5 hours. Actually, we've got a couple minutes, but it's been 5 hours since we put this on. We're gonna go ahead and check this, see how the bark's doing, and see if we need to smoke it a little bit longer before we wrap it. Hopefully it's ready to be wrapped, and then put it back in there for the next 7 to 8 hours. So. All right, so it's getting a nice bark on there. Oh yeah, that's getting nice. I think we can go ahead and pull that out and wrap it. All right, so first things first, let's get us some butcher paper together. All right. Get on this butcher paper. So right now the fat side is up. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, fat side is up. So we want to keep count of that. So we want to keep that up. Go up. All right, and I just like to put a little mark on it since I'm transporting it from here to the house, to make sure I know which side is the fat side up before I put it back on the smoker. All right, it's dark out here now, so obviously you can't see much, but now we're gonna put this back in here, and I'm gonna put it in here for another 8 hours at about 260, 250, and let this burn all night long. Let it smoke all night long. Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. the following day. I've been smoking this brisket at 245 for 16 hours. Let's open this thing up and see what we got. Oh my goodness, there's just moisture pouring out of this bad boy. Oh wow, that sucker is wet. Oh man, it's like Jello. It smells absolutely amazing. Look at all that rendered fat. Delicious.
Gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah.
This brisket is so moist. It's like a giant ball of Jello. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It just wants to fall apart. Look at that jiggle. Oh yeah, all that moisture coming out of there. Just squeezing over the hand. Okay, let's cut into this. And that's it. Now we have the brisket all packaged up, ready to sell by the pound or in their brisket tacos. Also coming soon is my brisket waffle and cheese fries. And there's today's peek into Saxx's kitchen. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.